Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Montzon Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good. I'm trying to play my recorder and listening to the Coffee and Headlines theme and getting on the right key, and I failed miserably because it's a key that requires lots of sharps and flats. I'm not going to do it. Well, maybe I'm going to rehearse it. Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing on this gray, wet, rainy morning here in Puerto Vallarta? It's Friday, June 20th, and it's summer solstice. Where is our Friday sound effect? There you go. Thank God it's Friday, and it's a beautiful gray day out there. It's drizzling. We're going to talk about the weather. We are going to talk about Lucha Libre. We're going to meet three luchadores that are going to be part of tomorrow's matches. So I hope you're excited about that. I know it's crazy. I love my Lucha Libre, but I know some of you too. So we are going to get started with our day. I hope everybody's having a lovely day. I hope the rain is not affecting you adversely. And let's get this show on the road. So, yes, we are loving the rain and the way it brings down temperatures slightly, and the way it brings the surrounding mountain vegetation back to life. But there are also inconveniences. For example, there was a small landslide on the Libramiento yesterday, not far from the big tunnel, partially disrupting traffic and prompting the rapid deployment of municipal authorities and emergency services. Fortunately, the landslide was cleared by yesterday evening. I could attest to that, as Stan gave me a ride home, and thank God he did, because it was wet and it was pouring out. And of course, we had talked about this a couple of days ago. Despite the rehabilitation work carried out by the current municipal administration, Montessori Street was severely flooded again. Some sections were impassable, so motorists opted not to pass through and took an alternate route. And of course, we are still enduring or enjoying, depends on where you sit, the remnants of Hurricane Eric, which remained active as a Category 1 hurricane over the state of Guerrero as of yesterday. And the National Meteorological Service is already monitoring a new low-pressure zone in the Pacific Ocean with the potential for cyclone development off the coasts of Oaxaca and Chiapas. And so it goes. It's summer in Puerto Vallarta, where the news are less frequent, or at least news that don't have much to do with the weather, and we're going to continue tracking all these weather chingaderas and hope that we can reap the benefits from the rain, and hope that the rain is not going to affect us too adversely. Let us take a look at our weather forecast to see what's going on out there. And presently, ouch. Snarky weather just says, fuck the rain gods. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's 27 degrees. Humidity is high as can be expected, 81% right now. And our weather forecast for today says more thunderstorms in the morning with rain in the afternoon. Chance of rain of 91%. So, stay home or stay covered if you can. Our high temperature today will be 29 and our low temperature will be 24. Then tomorrow, light rain throughout the day with a 77% chance of rain, a high temperature of 29 and a low temperature of 24 again. And then Sunday, we wrap up the weekend with light rain throughout the day, an 89% chance of rain, a high of 31, and a low of 23. So the weather will be pretty steady. Hold on. Sorry about that. The weather is going to be pretty steady. We're going to have rain throughout the weekend. So make the best of it. Stay home, watch a series, read a book. And of course, moving on with the other news that I have for you today is the beginning of summer. Speaking of summer rain, the Northern Hemisphere officially welcomes the start of summer tonight at 7:42 p.m. with the arrival of the summer solstice, which marks the longest day and shortest night of the year thanks to Earth's unique tilt toward the sun. And speaking of summer, where were you, if you were, where were you 50 years ago? Jaws was opened in movie theaters 50 years ago today. The iconic thriller reinvented the summer blockbuster as we know it today. Where were you? I remember watching this on the movie theater when it came out. If it was 50 years ago today, I was in my early teens, and I remember being scared shitless of it. Um, but, you know, it's the kind of thing that really changed movie going, and it's worth remembering, I think. And speaking of worth remembering, I have beautiful memories of this get together that I had a couple of days ago for the spotlight with my luchador friends. Well, some of them are my friends. I've known Chris for a while. And it is just so much fun to get together with these gentlemen and see what they bring to the table. I know that Lucha Libre is not for everyone, but for those of you that are considering it, well, there's a match tomorrow at 7 p.m. at La Lija, and here's a little bit of what you can expect during the match.
Okay, so I'm sitting here with three gentlemen that have something in common. They are all luchadores and they are all going to participate in this weekend's Lucha Libre. Let's start with you, Chris, because I know you. How are
Superbeast.
Super Beast? How are you doing, Chris La Super Bestia?
I am fantastic. Just out here living the dream, out here with my boys. And yeah, we had Cancun last weekend. We're here this weekend, and it's just kind of our thing. It's what we do.
And next to you is Chupacabras.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra, just one cabra.
Yeah, just one, just one. I got many, but just me here.
And you're going to be fighting this or participating in the show on the match on Saturday. And we have Mike,
Rayne, the original Mike Rayne.
the original Mike Rayne. Are there other Mike Raynes out there?
No, it's because I am the most creative wrestler in all of wrestling today.
Oh my goodness. So have you all, I know you live here, but have you wrestled here in Mexico before? Have you had any experiences?
Yes, both of us wrestled in Cancun last Saturday, and we actually were here in Puerto Vallarta about 2.5 months ago.
The last
Yeah.
will be us.
Oh, you were up there? I was there.
Yes, we were there.
I was just not as connected. Um, things are shaping up beautifully for you guys because I've seen the work that promoter Jorge Dueñas has been doing in terms of bringing the Lucha Libre to town, and more people are getting excited about it. What do you say about that?
Oh, he's a fantastic promoter. He's out there and he's spreading the word and he's bringing the fans in. He's bringing the best talent in the world in, and we're here to put on the best show for the fans here in Mexico that we possibly can.
That's wonderful. Chupacabra?
I'm doubling down on what he said. Like Jorge is bringing in some great talent, and myself and Mike included with that great talent coming from the USA and stuff. So, what he's doing here is something great. Like when I came down here a couple months ago, you just seen flyers on flyers and just everyone talking about it. He's doing what promoters should be doing to promote a show, and it's going to probably be another sellout show that I'm looking forward to.
Here's a question to whoever wants to answer, because I am a converted. I go and I have a great time. I love going to the matches and screaming and carrying on. But for someone that has never been, what what goes on at Lucha Libre?
Pure entertainment in its rawest form. If it's something you're not used to, I mean, nothing beats the live crowd, just surrounded by thousands and thousands of screaming fans. You have antics, high-flying maneuvers, power slams, and utter violence just spewing in your face left and right.
I've seen chairs get destroyed. I've seen you guys land on top of people, but you do it carefully. I mean, everything that you do is carefully planned.
Some of it, and some of it's on the fly. I mean, you're talking about flying into the crowd and flying through chairs and tables. That's really, that's just a coin toss. That will it be safe or will it not? We don't know.
There is something that fascinates me about Lucha Libre, and this has to do with children. I mean, children love seeing you guys. What do you think is the attraction?
I would add to what you said, and this will answer your question. And we are live action comic books. We are like superheroes versus supervillains, and the children connect with it. They have someone to cheer. They have a villain that they want to see get beat up, and it's sheer entertainment. And then the difference is that they could take pictures with us afterwards. They can get autographs signed. So we bring comic books to life.
What is the best way in which audiences, and I'm talking about audiences that, again, are not familiar with what you're doing, because some of you may not have done this before, and it's important that you feel at home doing it. What are the expectations from the audience? Because some people might be a little bit like, well, I don't want to be yelling things, and I don't want to be cursing, or what gets you all excited?
Come in open-minded. Just be there and willing to accept whatever's going to be put in front of you. I mean, go like you're watching a movie. You're going to be excited to see what's in front of you, and we're going to put on a performance. You're going to see some things that you're not going to see ever before. So if you come in open-minded and wanting to get entertained, that's what you should be coming for.
Now, of all the Lucha Libre that I've been able to see here since Jorge started doing the production, I've seen 2 matches in which there was an English commentator, and 1 match in which there wasn't, which to me did not make that much of a difference. What would you say to the English-speaking local that may be thinking, well, this is happening all the way in freaking Pitillar, in the middle of where many Mexican nationals live. Am I going to be feeling out of place? What would you say to the American folks and Canadian folks?
You're not going to feel out of place at all. I remember when we were here a couple months ago, there was many Americans, many Swedish, many Canadian people here, and they were fully entertained, even not understanding what was going on. They were just enthralled about the performance going on to them. It's just like when you're watching any movies from like, Japan, Korea, Bali, any of those kind of movies, like you might not understand what's going on, from hearing it, what they're saying, but you can visually see and understand what's going on.
This weekend's match is on Saturday at 7 p.m. at La Lija. How are ticket sales going?
I'm assuming they're going to go great because the last show sold out, and
We're just about sold out.
okay. I mean, we're having
Many left.
along with myself, Mike, Rayne, Superbeast. You got Mystico is going to be there. You got Atlantis going to be there. You got a lot of locals from here in Puerto Vallarta. They're going to be there. So it's going to be a stacked card.
Do you find, see, I mean, we could talk for such a long time. It's not even.
And we can talk back for such a long time.
What kind of differences do you find when you do your Lucha Libre here in Mexico as opposed to in the States? Are fans any different?
Let me answer that one first. The fans, 100%. That's why we come back here. So myself and Mike have done this for 20 plus years in the United States, and the fans here just make us feel more reinvigorated and make us really want to come back and give 1,000% to these fans here. And the fact, like after the show, they're sitting here waiting for us to sign autographs for hours. They're want to take pictures, and they're just willing just to be around us. Just they enjoy what they see, and they show it by the appreciation by giving us after the show and just thanking us there. So the fans here, hands down, I can say, are way better here than in the States.
Best fans in the world. Best fans in the world, and if you come to the show, I promise you want a picture with me, you want a picture with Chupacabra, you want a picture with Superbestia, we'll be at the entranceway on your way out. Come out and say hi.
Okay, how about we wrap this up with, I don't know if it's going to be an invitation or a threat. for people to come to the show on Saturday. And why don't you forget about me? Just talk to the audience directly.
I'll tell you right now, come out there and like my compadre here said, keep an open mind, but also be ready for over-the-top, hard-hitting violence. You know, you will see bodies fly. You will see bodies get slammed. You'll probably see some blood. No one's going to die, but in the same note, still bring some body bags. You never know. You know, because if I see a body bag, I'm going to slam the crap out of somebody. I'm going to stuff them in the body bag, and I'll take them away with me when I'm done as a trophy. You know, and that's for me. That's for me later. You know, if you're not there, you're missing out. Come see the noise, you know, because it's going to happen with or without you. You may as well be a part of it because it is worth every penny. It's worth every peso. And if you're not there, you've completely missed out on the auction.
I'm excited and scared at the same time. Chupacabra,
Absolutely.
what do you say to that?
Come up and say hi. I don't bite that hard.
Ooh.
Come out, don't miss the action. And like he said, if bodies are flying your way, get out of the way.
Well, gentlemen, I am so grateful that you were here. Mucha suerte this Saturday, and I'll see you on the rink.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us, sir. And all of you, we'll see you out there at the La Lija. Come out of TV land and come into the venue and watch the friggin' madness.
I'm so giddy. I'm so giddy. Did I ever imagine that I would get this giddy about Lucha Libre in my 60s? Not at all. But it's a fun way to release energy. So that is what the match is about. If you have no plans on Saturday, you might still be able to get some tickets. But it is fun. It is fun. I'm looking forward to it. Let's take a look at your comments really quickly. I see all kinds of wonderful good mornings. Thank you very much. I see it's raining elsewhere. Thank you, Marie, for that report. Let's see. Thank you, Logan. Muffin says, Buenos dias. 10-10 review on the weather this morning. No notes. I love it. Yes, I'm so happy that the weather is what it is today. It's still drizzling out there, and I'm loving it. Loving it. Pam, I know you've been posting photos of Montessori Street because it's right next to your hospital. Well, not your hospital, the hospital where you headquarter. It is amazing, isn't it? All the time and all the money spent on the rehabilitation of that street. And, you know, I can't comment much because I'm not a construction expert, but you would think that these streets would be reconstructed or rebuilt to be more efficient when it comes to rain. Betsy says, thank you so much for the presentation of Michel Legrand. It enriched me. Thank you very much for that, Betsy. I love seeing you at my presentations, and I love having the opportunity to celebrate connections with music and to encourage others to get more curious about music. I love it. Laura, Queen of Question, how are you this morning? For Paco, great on trash collection on the Boca Beach, but why does it happen? If you pack things for beach, have fun, but pack up your garbage and dispose, but don't leave it at the beach. Why does it happen? Well, I think it has everything to do with how we are raised. That's a naive question, and I'm not saying we as in we Mexicans. I've seen people of all nationalities disregard trash collection, not only on the beach, but elsewhere in the city. I've seen people walk their dogs and not clean after them. I've seen people drop their cigarette butts just like it's no big deal. It has everything to do with how we were raised. Some of us think about trash one way and other people think about it in a different way. And that is what it is, you know? Let's see. Oh, this looks like so much fun. Sandra Bell and I have danced in heavy rain all around the marina and then hugged all the dry people. Ha! I love that. That sounds like something fun to do. Yesterday, I walked to, well, we all walked to the car in the rain. I didn't mind getting wet. Of course, I'm always mindful of my electronics, and I'm sure that there must be caca water molecules in my shoes as they're drying this morning. But again, it is what it is. This is summer in Vallarta. If you are a summer soldier, you're loving it. And if you're not, you may be missing out on a great time to be here. Let's see what else we have. Chris says, "Good morning from wet and soggy Olas Altas." Yes, it was wet and soggy last night too. Then I see comments about Jaws. We watched Jaws again this morning. That must have been an early watch because it's early in the morning, but I'm glad that you went there again. I saw some quotes from the movie, which I'm going to get to. Oh, here it is. Logan saying, "I think we're going to need a bigger boat." I remember that from the film. That is a classic quote. Let's see. Betsy says, "In the theater, not so scared, given that I'd read the book while camping on the shores of Lake Superior." Well, the movie terrified the living hell out of me. And for the longest time, I felt very uncomfortable going into the ocean. It was crazy. Let's see what else. I see more comments on Rayne. I see some comments on Lucha Libre that we showed on the screen. And Barbara, you were so wonderful. I remember the flying chairs when we sat with you and Lars. So much fun and excitement. I know. We had a great time. Let's make it happen again. And I also spotted some comments saying something along the lines of, "I hope that Lucha Libre comes back." Jorge and his team of promoters has been bringing Lucha Libre about every month and a half, every 2 months to Puerto Vallarta. As I mentioned yesterday, we will be discussing this and bring it back to your attention so that if you're traveling to Mexico or to Puerto Vallarta at a time in which a match is taking place, go check it out. You know, you can get it out of your comfort, not your comfort, your bucket list, your comfort list, your bucket list. Even if it's not in your bucket list, you know, it's something to try at least once. And with that said, I'm going to go try to get productive for the rest of the day. It should be very easy because it's these great days, you know, lend themselves for staying indoors and just being productive. So I thank you for your company as always, and I thank you for keeping an eye on what we bring to the table morning after morning. And I hope to see you again tomorrow morning for more coffee, headlines, and stories. Have a great day.